Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about the setup process on the bench and how to appropriately set your shoulders as you're sliding back into your setup. So what I see often lately with lifters, they're having a hard time doing this. And I think it's just they're having trouble with the cueing and what in reality what is expected to happen here and how to actually let your shoulders fold underneath you as you're coming back on the bench. So the way I teach it, to get your shoulders in a good position, all right, why don't you take them through it there, Zoltan? So I'm just showing you how I like to teach it here, setting your shoulders on the bench. So see, he's not quite under the bar where he needs to be quite yet, but he's gonna get that shoulder pinch, right? And he's gonna get his chest up. Now I like the process of sliding back on the bench, giving yourself a little runway here and room to slide back. And see, while he's doing this, he's really letting the shoulders catch to the bench pad and fold underneath while his chest is stretching up to the bar. So this is how you'd like to set your shoulders on the bench. And what I see people doing is they stay shrugged in their shoulders. They have a really hard time getting out of their shoulders and letting them actually fold underneath, letting the back of their neck stretch out. So Zoltan, show them a poor example here. So this is what I see a lot. So people getting the idea of sliding back on the bench, right? They're understanding that, but you're seeing a lot of the shrugging going on, right? So they're sliding back, they're doing a good job of that, so slide back a little bit. But see, he's staying shrugged. He's never really letting his shoulders fold underneath him. And I think that's partially because people have to get out of the habit of using their shoulders so much. You see a lot of times people in commercial gyms, they have to take that bar out themselves, and they're doing it with their shoulders. So it's very uncomfortable to let yourself actually fold underneath into a position where now you can't use your shoulders to take that bar out. That's really the feeling of it, right? So when you're down there, it feels weird, like you can't take that bar out yourself, correct? Right. So that's what you're trying to shoot for. Some ways to think about this to help you out is think about getting the back of your shoulders, you're trapped, they're stuck to the bench, they're glued to the bench, right? So when you're sliding back, slowly letting that chest rise up, so keep coming. As he's doing that, a lot of pressure's building up his head. He's letting those shoulders attach to the bench. You need a good pad. If you don't have a nice sticky pad, you can use bands, yoga mat. We have this nice mat right here, right? So he's sticking to the bench. That chest is coming up. So that's what you want to, now in the setup he's in now, it's almost like he needs help to get that bar out. That's what you want. You don't want to use your shoulders. All right, so think about it that way. Try to stay out of your shoulders more. Get out of that shrugged posture. Let the back of your neck stretch out as you're coming back. All right, we want to lengthen in the back. We don't want to stay shrugged up like this. All right, so that's how to set your shoulders on the bench. Different way to think about it. And Zoltan does a great job. Demonstrate it. Take a page from his book, Optimal Setup on the Bench. You know me. Coach Ben here. Zoltan. You know where to find us. You can meet us on a bench.